Good evening, and thanks for joining us here on the News at 10. I'm Brian Holmes.
And I'm Morgan Romero. Fentanyl-related deaths continue to rise across the United States and here in Idaho.
According to data from the CDC, deaths in the Gem State nearly quadrupled in the last 2 years, with 23 deaths reported in 2019 and 88 reported in 2021.
Health experts believe fentanyl test strips could help save lives. Our Tristan Lewis joins us to explain more. Tristan, those strips, they're tricky to come by at the moment.
Yeah, Brian and Morgan, according to the Idaho's Drug Overdose Prevention Program, fentanyl test strips test the drug supply prior to consumption. It acts like a pregnancy test with lines that say if it contains fentanyl or not. But currently in Idaho, when these strips are used before drug consumption, they fall under drug paraphernalia, which is illegal.
We know that they can save lives. We can save lives. We can get people into treatment.
Fentanyl. It's a growing problem health experts don't see an end to anytime soon. In 2021, 42% of people who died from drug overdoses were related to synthetic opioids, which fentanyl falls under.
Which is more than double than the year before.
Data from ISP shows from January to September of 2021, troopers seized 125,000 fentanyl pills statewide. That's an increase of 562% from 2020.
There's definitely a concern around people unknowingly using fentanyl. And what we see in our overdose deaths is many of those, the majority, are unintentional overdoses.
But there is some hope. Health experts could see a decline in the use of the opioid with fentanyl testing strips.
People actually use them because they're concerned about what's in their drugs.
In most circumstances, these tests are illegal in the Gem State under Statute 37. However, Idaho Health and Welfare are making a push to educate lawmakers on the importance of these strips.
We know that some of our law enforcement partners, other partners across the state, don't really have a good understanding of how fentanyl test strips are used, what the public health impacts of them are.
While these drugs continue to be a problem, folks at the Drug Overdose Prevention Program are hopeful after seeing the effectiveness other states have had with these tests.
It can change drug behavior from, using with a friend or using less of the substance or even throwing away the drug completely.
Health and Welfare says the state just got Naloxodo, which is a higher dose of the nasal spray naloxone that helps treat fentanyl overdoses. They say people are having to use more than just one dose of the nasal spray, so they believe this is very important to have. Health and Welfare also tells me any organization can access that nasal spray for free through their website. Brian Morgan.
All right, well, Tristan, how accurate are these test strips?
Yeah, so the Health and Welfare tells me that it's about 96% effective, just kind of depending on each of the fentanyl pills or drug.
That's pretty good. All right, thanks, Tristan.